programmatically, we're just very diverse. We have a really wonderful, diverse arts and theater department. We have a great athletics department. We have lots of specialists at the elementary.
Lots of opportunity.
Lots of opportunity for students to slow down if they need to in an area, to speed up if they need to in an area. I think that we're able to support that. For being a small-ish school, I think we have a really wonderful array of opportunities for our students. We also have a culture that doesn't force students to choose. One of my favorite things about Bellevue Christian is the fact that the captain of the football team is also in the choir.
Yep.
And the fact that the student body doesn't make fun of students for different extracurriculars that they choose, that the student body supports these different things. I mean, I think that speaks volume about the culture that we're developing.
Bethany Drake told a great story this morning about a student who was paralyzed by fear of failure in a visual arts class. And her line was, she said, "Hugh, I just want you to make some bad art." Just make some bad art, because you're not going to make good art until you make some bad art. Mm-hmm. I think a culture of opportunity is really important, but equally important is that culture of safety, of emotional safety, where the captain of the football team feels like it's okay for him to join the choir, or a kid can sign up for an elective in art and make some bad art before hopefully they make some good art, and that's going to be okay. I think that safety part, both in the peer culture and maybe even more so in the adult kid kind of culture, is critical. I mean, all the opportunities in the world can be there, but who wants to engage those opportunities if it's not safe?
But we have an English teacher and a student, and the student was, she didn't believe in her own gifts as a writer, and just tried very hard, worked very hard. She couldn't develop the skills that she wanted to develop. And our English teacher met with her like every morning for 3 months and worked alongside her so that she could become the writer that she wanted to be. Like, talk about developing and unwrapping the gifts of your students. That's who we are. I think we speak truth to them and say, no, you can do it, you can learn, and that's just part of who we are at BCS.
The great part about drama, everybody has a role, and it's all for one. We are putting on the junior high play. And you may have a dominant role, you may have a minor role, doesn't matter. You're part of pulling this off. And I'll never forget, there was a girl last year in the first semester, and she's working on her English, and she was in the play, and he gave her one of the lead roles with lots of lines. And she said after that, it's one of the highlights of my life so far, was to be in that play and to face my fear about not speaking very good English. Junior high drama was that place. But it's also the kid at the soundboard. Like, can I just help with the soundboard? Sure. Like, I don't even know quite what you'll do, but you're part of the soundboard team. And that kid put it at the end of 8th grade. The highlight of 8th grade for me was being part of the soundboard team. Or if nothing else, the kid in art class. He may only ever make bad art, but you faced your fear. And that is going to serve you well for the rest of your life. So maybe you're not an artist, so what? But you're going to face your fears. And like, that is just so powerful. And that may never show up in a report card, but that changes lives.
What did you say earlier? Your belonging is not contingent on your behavior, but also not contingent on your
excellence.
On your excellence,
Yeah.
on your skills.
Yeah, how good you are.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about unwrapping gifts through like support and safety and through opportunity, but I think we also create a space for unwrapping gifts by sending our students out into the community and showing them how desperately the world needs them. When we send our students out, we talk a lot about doing real work that meets the real needs of real people. And when students go out and see real need and see, oh my goodness, somebody needs this bad art. Somebody needs this essay. This thing that I'm doing could impact and could address brokenness in my community. Then all of a sudden there's a purpose there behind your gift. So you have the space, and you have the safety, and you have the support, and now you have the reason why. The stage is set for you to grow into your gift. I think that's a key piece, is that we don't unwrap gifts separate from purpose. Like when you graduate, then you'll use it, right? We provide space for students to develop their gifts now for their community now, with purpose, with authenticity, with great need now.
And it works too for the kid who has exceptional gifting.
Yes.
Because it's like, okay, this is a gift from God. God has given this to you for the glory of God and good of others. So first of all, not your identity. So for the great athlete, like your athletic ability, work hard from that, but that somewhat takes care of itself. I want you to be a great teammate. If you're an upperclassman and you're a great athlete, I want you to take a freshman under your wing, because that kid is probably scared. For the great singer, for the great musician, there's another kid in there who's terrified. Confidence is a gift. Take your gift of confidence and help give it away to someone else, because that's going to outlast you. Going back to the Christian questions, okay? You have this gift. Why? What are the opportunities? What are the responsibilities? And we are a place that gives kids agency. You can leave this place better than you found it. What does that look like for you? What might that opportunity be? Go through school with your eyes open. Leave your fingerprints on this place. Live a life of worship and stewardship. We can start with that now to the 8th grade girl on the soundboard team.